Set up your account and start with an idea. You can use the document parsing tool or the web research tool to help you build this idea or search the web. If you have a pitch deck, you can best upload the deck and the agent will extract everything from the deck to improve the problem, solution and market opportunity confidence to above 85%. And then it gives you the option to start the project, which will set up the user personas, the competitors of the idea and the entire market research board. Here in the knowledge base, you can define any additional features of the idea, and the agent will keep scanning the conversation to discover new ideas from the conversation on the right panel. You can research all of these ideas on your market research board. Here you define your ideal user personas for the product. The agent will ask you different psychological caveats to understand the pain point and the entire personality profile of your ideal users. And this psychology will be used to generate the synthetic market on which most of the market research validation will be done. So this is how you define 10 synthetic personas based on your ideal user personas. And these are just variations of your ideal user personas, and you can also create a new outreach campaign here, which will set up a sign up form on LinkedIn to gather real users into your product. Here is your competitor board. Here you can see all the competitors mapped with inside the positioning map and a SWOT analysis done on the overall market and how your idea stacks up against other competitors. You can pick up ideas from competitor features and all will assimilate in the market research board here. Here for every problem signal validated, a product signal is generated, and for every product signal, a market signal is generated. And along with together the positioning gets generated here, which you can validate on LinkedIn. And all the ideas from the market research board queues up in the ideas queue here, which you can scope it together to create your first track. As you can see, the 4 ideas have been assimilated to create two features in the track. We realize that we need more features, so we go back to the market research board and start exploring other ideas on the product validation column. We manually generate a couple of forms here, and you can see the survey form which you can send to your beta users manually through WhatsApp or other sources to gather survey data for your product. And all the survey responses are assimilated. You can open any of the validated signals to see the survey responses to check how the real users or the synthetic users basically are responding to different surveys, and you can see the responses here. So all these responses are used to identify the edge cases and the exact success criteria of the features while scoping it here. So here you can drag and drop the feature onto the track and then start building it. So once the architecture is built, you can see all the database models based on the feature ideas in the track, and the user touch points, the API services and the entire code architecture. Once you're satisfied with the code architecture, you can develop the product architecture as well, which defines the key elements of the PRT, the workflows, the user journeys and the events here. You can play around and tweak this manually. And once you are satisfied with the entire track scope, you can just drag and drop the track, which will generate a combined prompt, as you can see here, and connect your Claude Code session to reduce credit usage on the platform, and then start your vibe coding process here. It takes around 20 to 30 minutes to assimilate everything and vibe code the entire product. So while the product is getting vibe coded, let us explore the agent planner section. So any tasks which are not addressed by the mockup builder, you can build it with the agent planner or the resource planner. So here you can see the different features getting selected and all the tasks under the feature. So you can start assigning agents to each of these tasks along the entire task graph. You can also define new custom agents based on your use case. Like we build a WhatsApp integration builder agent here. From the organization tab, you can also define the skills for this agent. Once your agent is planned and allocated, you can start with the resource planner for your human engineers in the team. This is a very similar UI like the agent planner. You can check the Gantt board here. The grayed out tasks are already assigned to an agent and not available for human allocation. So here we use auto assign to allocate the rest of the tasks to human engineers. This is also where we can run simulations to check our project, optimize our budget. Like we can see, we want to do it in a lesser budget, so 2 features are dropped. There are other ways to optimize, like for timeline and also for resources. If a resource is on leave or about to leave the company, you can estimate the impact of that resource on that particular track. Like you can see, this person is safe to be removed, and you can see when the simulation is run, all the tasks assigned to that resource are getting reallocated to either an agent or another resource with a matching skill. Once the scenario is good, you can merge the scenario to live, and that will be part of your planning. Once everything is planned, you can add that track to your calendar and start. This will open up your Kanban board for tracking work for both your human resources and your agents. You can see the agent's task automatically getting moved in the Kanban board. You can open any task and download the agent's work, which will create either a zip file or a GitHub PR based on how it is set up. Here you can see the vibe coding is almost done. A basic mockup has been built here, and which you can explore. This mockup serves as a base code on which the agents and your resources work. So yeah, so after your agents and your vibe code, all the work is done, you can create a release. A change log is automatically created based on the tasks done on that release, and a feedback survey form is also generated for the same, which you can publish, which will send it to all the users that you already have on the system. And it will also generate a message which you can share on LinkedIn with the product link and the feedback link. And once people submit feedback on the link, it will come on your retro board here. This is where you can see all the tasks and the items delivered in this release, and the total activity done by all the resources and the